calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Got it. The black. Right.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out.
Shot,
that leads
17.
to a 2nd and 11.
Yellow, blue. Yellow, go. Field, black. Cut.
They'll run with Edmonds again. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Set, hut.
Yeah, they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hut, hut.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Lancing the 49ers now. 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30.
10 cycles.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we
now
go.
They need
Here
15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Channing Tindall, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Ready.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Let's go.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Drill green. You, yellow. Red, cycle. Hey, blue. Ready.
Another carry down for Edmonds. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Chase Edmonds with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Down.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ready,
So from
ready.
39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set, go.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Niners had 3 and 8 on the year. If they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W, they have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Set.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because
Here we go.
they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
Blaster, 6. Ready, ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Red, yellow. Strike, strike, yellow, blue. 22 needle.
Now Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision.
Here we go.
QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but
here
for
we go,
both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Hey, red. Blue, go.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. That'll be caught by Eric Ezukama. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line.
Ready?
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on,
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
ready?
Edmonds pushing his way into the end zone. Touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, One thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Let's go now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
6, mega.
Play action, now it's Lance. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Check smash.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Ready.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Slide through.
Shotgun now for Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Black Ultra. Claude Ray.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, set.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Zoom black. Yellow, go. Ready?
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Set.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Clock, 10. Ready?
Tua going to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
.52 blaster. Blue striker. Black shot. Smash, red.
Throwing his lance on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Trouble, 38. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Edo blue. Smash. Cut.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Looking for the end zone. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Striker. Check striker.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that's caught inside the 35. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Ready.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Go Red. Hey, check Mega. Ready.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Drill green. Set.
On first down, Lance. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ready.
On play action, Lance. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And he's got room. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Let's go now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto
On
until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Ready,
so the
break.
failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yellow. Hut, hut.
Throwing now is Lance. Looking deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 73 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here we go. Here we go.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Blaster, 6. Ready?
Lance now to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Here we go. Set. Red, yellow. White, white. Ready.
Now Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the 49ers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
On the set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true. Last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
107 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready?
On a jet sweep, here comes Waddle.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Check steal. Ready.
That's complete left side to Gray.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Set. Ready. Mike 60. Set.
First down, here's Mitchell. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Right back to Mitchell here. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
And now they'll throw with Lance. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Hey, green. Opposite, green. Switch, yellow. Check, pink.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Channing Tindall picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, have a game, sir, why don't you? A sack earlier, and an exclamation point here late in the game, and this one won by his side of the ball.
Let's go.
They played so well, surprised he didn't get his 2nd sack earlier.
To try again after the sack. Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really going wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 31 yards there and a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've made a big run, a first down, he's the guy to turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked it off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Set, ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Christian Wilkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here we go. Here we
so after
go.
the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Lance. Over the middle, and he's got Gray.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Green Jack.
Lance now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Channing Tindall getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Them front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Now that play's stopped by Drake Jackson.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take it in short, steady bursts. 2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Smash, red.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.